Yeah, that's right, the wild baldo don't play. Every year, a new species goes extinct on our planet, sometimes naturally and sometimes due to human interference. And it's a shame because many of these creatures are amazing. But as it turns out, some of those amazing creatures that we once thought were extinct are actually still alive. Here are 10 amazing animals we thought were extinct but aren't. Number 10 is the coelacanth. Some animals just don't know when to quit, and the coelacanth is one of them. This slippery 2-meter-long fish was thought to be a dead relic from the Cretaceous period. For your reference, that was between 66 and 145 million years ago. It wasn't until 1938 that the scientific community discovered that the coelacanth was alive and well off the coast of South Africa. And with its 3-lobed caudal fin and a secondary tail protruding out from underneath its primary tail, this fish is a true living fossil. In fact, other populations of this fish have been found off the Comoro Islands near Indonesia. In fact, while the modern world was scratching its head at finding the coelacanth alive, indigenous populations knew of its existence all along. Look at that thing, isn't that just something you'd want to take home and snuggle? Okay, maybe not. Number 9 is the giant Palouse earthworm. It's clear that there are all sorts of things creeping around under the earth, especially when something as big as the giant Palouse earthworm can go unnoticed. Originally discovered in 1897 in eastern Washington state, the last confirmed sightings of this animal were in the 1980s. Due to pesticides and other ecological pressures, the giant Palouse earthworm was thought extinct. Fast forward to 2010, and scientists discover that this huge wriggling earthworm is still alive. It's called giant for a reason, growing up to a massive 1 meter in length, and some believing that there may be even bigger specimens out there. Burrowing to a depth of 4.6 meters, the giant Palouse earthworm moves through layers of volcanic ash deep underground, feeding on rich deposits of rotting organic matter. Well, just in case you needed another reason to stay above ground, it's nightmares. Number 8 is the Madagascan serpent eagle. The Eutriorchis aster, or the Madagascan serpent eagle, has one of the coolest and yet demonic sounding middle names that I've ever heard. But it also has some ninja level hiding skills. So much so that this secretive forest eagle was able to elude researchers for almost 70 years. That's pretty impressive when you consider that it has a wingspan of over 1 meter in length. This is not a small birdie. Before 1996, the serpent eagle hadn't been conclusively seen since 1930 and was believed by many to have died out completely. However, it had in fact managed to evade prying eyes by hiding in the thick forest canopy of northeastern Madagascar, using its piercing yellow eyes to identify prey, swooping down on anything it could get its long, sharp talons into. This includes snake, lizards, and even mammals. Yeah, even you if you're not careful. It's gonna take a bite out of your face. Number 7 is the tree lobster. Don't mind me, I'm just the tree lobster. You thought I was gone. Australia is one of the most ecologically interesting places on the planet. The continent is vast with a sparse population, so it's no wonder there's new discoveries or rediscoveries that keep popping up. In October of 2017, scientists discovered tantalizing DNA evidence which suggests that the tree lobster is alive and well, okay, it's not really a lobster. It's in fact a type of stick insect. It can grow up to 15.2 centimeters in length, and with its armor-plated shell is far more robust than related species. The tree lobster inhabited Lord Howe Island, east of the Australian mainland, but in 1918, when a ship crashed into the rocks there, it released a plague of rats which wiped the species out. Well, nearly. Recently, in 2017, it was discovered that the tree lobster had actually adapted under pressure and managed to survive. Well done, little guy. Number 6 is the Gomera giant lizard. Okay, so the Gomera giant lizard isn't actually that huge. It grows to be around half a meter in length. but in lizard terms, that's a pretty big a lizard. What's more remarkable about this lizard is that it was last documented during the 19th century. Thought extinct, it then popped up again in 1999. The Gomera giant lizard is understudied simply because there aren't that many left of them. On the island of Gomera, a part of the Canary Islands, it's estimated that only 90 individuals live in the wild. They have been found on 2 inaccessible cliffs 2 kilometers apart. Largely herbivorous, these lizards are easy prey for feral cats and rats, and have been put under further pressure from overgrazing and hunting. But thankfully, the population seems to have been growing since 2001, though with so few left, the entire species' future is on the line as we speak. Number 5 is the Caspian horse. Historical descriptions of the Caspian horse led researchers to believe that it died out during just after the 7th century. But somebody forgot to tell the Caspian horse that, as a breeding population was found in northern Iran in 1965. Following this, fossils dating back to 3400 BC support the claim that the Caspian is the oldest breed of domesticated horse on the planet. A small breed of horse, they only grow to be around 1 meter to 1.2 meters tall, although larger specimens have been produced. While the Caspian has a spirited, strong-willed disposition, it's famous for being gentle and understanding too, with Caspian stallions even allowing children to ride on their backs without too much persuasion. Despite its size, it is a handy species and is still bred today, continuing a tradition which goes back thousands of years. Extinction is now well and truly off the table. Number 4 are Monoplacafora mollusks. This squelchy creature supposedly went extinct 500 million years ago, but you can't keep a good mollusk down. In 1952, living specimens of the Monoplacafora were discovered. You'd be forgiven for thinking Monoplacafora are related to snails due to their gelatinous insides and shell on top. But they're actually a great example of parallel evolution, where 2 unrelated species evolve similar traits. Living in the very depths of the sea, moving over the ocean floor in search of food, their remote habitat may explain how they've survived for so long. This is because they were less affected by climatic change on the surface of the planet across millions of years. And there are at least 20 existing species of Monoplacafora with shell sizes varying from 3 millimeters to 37 millimeters in diameter. And every single one of them possesses nightmarish mouths full of tentacles. Number 3 is the Chicoan peccary. Is it a pig? Is it a plane? Well, it's obviously not a plane. But you might be fooled into thinking that the Chicoan peccary is in fact a pig. These animals live in Paraguay, Bolivia, and Argentina, and were assumed extinct up to 1971. Discovered in the Argentinian province of Salta, the Chicoan peccary grows over a meter in length, standing nearly 70 centimeters at the shoulder. Although they have large snouts and strong teeth, peccaries behave more like herd animals when they're under threat. They spray secretions from dorsal glands if attacked, which may act as a signal to other peccaries in the group to stay together. But this animal has another interesting defense strategy. When faced by a predator, a herd may huddle together to create a wall against an attack. Man, these things belong in the movie 300, just stacking bodies on top of each other. Number 2 is the Bandolini bald-faced sekai. Oh, look at that, I got my new nickname, bald-faced sekai. It took 80 years, but in 2017, the scientific community finally discovered proof that the Bandolini bald-faced sekai was still alive. In remote parts of South America, conservationist Laura Marsh diligently cataloged species until she finally discovered the Bandolini, thought to be extinct for over 80 years in its natural habitat. Unlike other New World monkeys, the Bandolini doesn't use its tail to move around trees. Instead, it runs on all fours across thin branches like a cat. Its unusual appearance has made it the stuff of legend, with a large hood of hair draped around the head and bright golden legs. Now, almost nothing is known about this species, though one curious trait has been observed. Male Bandolini monkeys will encourage predators to chase them, an act of altruism to protect nearby offspring. Ah, don't hurt my babies! Look at my butt, it's a big piece of juicy meat, come get me! And number 1 is the Javan elephant. You'd probably think it's difficult to hide an elephant, but until 2003, it was believed that the Javan elephant population was hunted to extinction during the 1800s. But a case of mistaken identity may have brought them back from oblivion. In Borneo, there's a breeding population of pygmy elephants, considered a smaller, distinct species of elephant on their own. Locals in Borneo, however, have insisted for decades that the elephants in their homeland are not indigenous, but were in fact brought to Borneo by the Sultan of Sulu centuries ago. After Columbia University and the World Wildlife Federation carried out some genetic testing, it turns out that the Borneo elephant isn't even a thing at all. The Sultan of Sulu did indeed transport Javan elephants to his lands centuries ago, saving an entire species of elephant from extinction. And that's what you call a happy ending. So those were 10 amazing animals that we thought were extinct but aren't. And if you guys enjoyed this, remember to give it a big thumbs up, and also be sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not yet, and click the bell to turn on notifications so that you never miss a thing, because I release new videos all the time. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!